What is up, everybody? The Philly Sports Fan back here with another YouTube video, and today, obviously, as you can tell based off of what I'm wearing, today is another video about our Philadelphia Eagles. Fly Eagles fly. Let's get started. Coming in at number 10, we have current Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver number 10, DeSean Jackson, right there on the screen. You know, I mean, DeSean Jackson left us a few years ago. He went to Washington, and he went to Tampa Bay. And nobody thought that he was ever going to come back to us. He's getting old. He has a lot of injuries now. But, you know, he's still going to go down in history as one of the greatest Eagles wide receivers to ever play the game. So, what's real? Highlight reel of DeSean Jackson.
DeSean Jackson. 3rd and 10. It's only a 3-man rush. Still pressure. Wentz just going to air it out. Going way deep down the field. He's got a touchdown! DeSean Jackson.
Understands that with DeSean Jackson on a deep route, he's different than other receivers, and this is what I mean.
On 3rd down. 4-man rush. Pressure comes. Wentz going to let it fly. He's got Jackson again. He's got it. Touchdown.
Coming in at number 9, former Eagles tight end number 87, Brent Celek. You know, this pretty cool story I'm going to share real quick. I'm obviously going to give an abridged version. I mean, whatever. But I met Brent Celek. I didn't meet him, but he was in front of me at the Eagles championship parade, so that was pretty cool. I'll show you guys a clip of that. And also, let's see a clip of his highlights. Let's go.
Back. Touchdown, Brent Celek! His first NFL touchdown! And it is complete to Celek for a touchdown!
Coming in at number 8, we have the man who strip sacked the GOAT, Tom Brady, in Super Bowl 52, Brandon Graham. You know, Brandon Graham's a great player. Not only is he a great player, I think he's a great guy, very loyal to Philly and very respectful player. He almost left us to retire a few years ago, but I'm sorry, go to a different team, I think it was. But, you know, he didn't. He stayed in Philly because who doesn't want to stay in the city of brotherly love? You already know. So, yeah, I personally love Brandon Graham, and he's number 8 on my list.
Eagles select Brandon Graham, defensive end, Michigan.
I knew I was going somewhere, but just didn't know where. I'm glad it's Philadelphia.
And that is Brandon Graham's first sack in the National Football League. Here comes the rush. They've got him! Brandon Graham, the #1 draft choice.
Brandon Graham is playing his best football, the best ball of his career.
Boy, if the Eagles can come up with one turnover right here.
If you want to be a hero on defense, get a sack.
Brady gets hit. The ball is out.
Graham comes up with the biggest defensive play of the game.
Philly! What up, though, baby? We got us a championship, baby.
Return of the king, return of the king. Was gone for a while, now I'm back to claim my throne. Return of the king, return of the king. Snatch that crown, yeah, it's good to be home. All rise, all rise, all rise, all rise. Royalty feels so alive. Return of the king, return of the king.
Coming in at number 7, we have number 91, Fletcher Cox. And you know, Cox, I think, is a great player, great man, and he's had some awesome plays. So, highlight reel of Fletcher Cox. Let's go.
Set. It's Fletcher Cox getting there for Philadelphia. Here's McCoy going backwards, and he is buried by Cox.
Coming in at number 6, you know, many would say that this guy will go down to be the greatest Philadelphia Eagles kicker of all time, and I personally agree with that. Number 2, David Akers. Let's reveal the highlights. Let's go.
Just re-signed, puts it up, and Akers drills it. The Eagles have defeated the Giants.
University of Louisville, kicker David Akers.
What's up, Dallas?
Kicker's trolling the Cowboys.
Last year. I like standing up here before you as an undrafted free agent, representing that shield for 15 years. Tonight, I'm representing the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East champs, divisional champs, NFC champs, and world champs. The world champs. Hey, Dallas, the last time you were in the Super Bowl, these draft picks weren't born. Tonight, we are welcome into the Eagles
Look at Doug
family
Peterson.
with the 49th pick in the 2018 draft. The NFL would like to represent the Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Goedert.
Number 5, Philadelphia Eagles All-Pro Center, DeSean Kelce. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming in at number 5 on my list is number 62, center DeSean Kelce. Now, I can name you one unforgettable moment that every Eagles fan is going to remember for years to come. There's a picture of DeSean Kelce right there. That is the moment we are talking about. But let's do an awesome highlight reel of DeSean Kelce. Let's go.
I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs. I know Lane and Chris just talked about this, but I don't think that it's been beat home enough. Howie Roseman, a few years ago, was relinquished of all control pretty much in this organization. He was put in the side, he was put in the side of the building where I didn't see him for over a year. 2 years ago, when they made a decision, he came out of there a different man. He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this possible. And I saw a different Howie Roseman, an underdog, Doug Peterson. When Doug Peterson was hired, he was rated as the worst coaching hire by a lot of freaking analysts out there in the media. This past offseason, some clown named Mike Lombardi told him that he was the least qualified head coach in the NFL. You saw a driven Doug Peterson, a man who went for it on 4th and down, in the Super Bowl with the trick play. He wasn't playing just to go mediocre. He's playing for a Super Bowl. And it don't stop with him. It does not stop with him. Jason Peters was told he was too old, didn't have it anymore. Before he got hurt, he was the best freaking tackle in the NFL. Stephen Wisniewski ain't good enough. Jason Kelce's too small. Lane Johnson can't lay off the juice. Brandon Brooks has anxiety. Carson Wentz didn't go to a Division I school. Nick Foles don't got it. Warren Clement's too slow. LeGarrette Blount ain't got it anymore. Jay and John can't stay healthy. Torrey Smith can't catch. Nelson Aguilar can't catch. Zach Ertz can't block. Brent Celek's too old. Brandon Graham was drafted too high. Vinny Curry ain't got it. Bo Allen can't fit the scheme. Michael Thomas can't fit the scheme. Nigel Bradham can't catch. Jalen Mills can't cover. Patrick Robinson can't cover. It's the whole team. It's the whole team. This entire organization is a bunch of driven men to accomplish something. We were a bunch of underdogs. And you know what underdogs is? It's a hungry dog. And Jeff Stoutland has had this in our building for 5 years. It's a quote in the O-line room that has stood on the wall for the last 5 years. Hungry dogs run faster. And that's this team. Bottom line is, we wanted it more. All the players, all the coaches, the front office, Jeffrey Lurie, everybody wanted it more. And that's why we're up here today, and that's why we're the first team in Eagles history to hold that freaking trophy. And you know who the biggest underdog is? It's y'all, Philadelphia. For 52 years, y'all have been waiting for this. You want to talk about underdog? You want to talk about a hungry dog? For 52 years, you've been starved in this championship. You know what's up. You know what's Everybody wonders why we're so mean. Everybody wonders why the Philadelphia Eagles aren't the nicest fans. If I don't eat breakfast, no one wanted us. No one liked this team. No analysts like this team to win the Super Bowl, and nobody likes our fans. And you know what? I've just heard one of the best chants this past day, and it's one of my favorite, and it's new, and I hope y'all learn it, because I'm about to drop it right now. You know what I gotta say to all those people that doubted us, to all those people that counted us out, and to everybody who said that we couldn't get it done? What my man Jay and John just said. E-A-T-L-E-S-E-O!
Coming in at number 4, we have current Eagles tight end, number 86, Zach Ertz. This man is probably one of the best tight ends in fantasy football, in my opinion. I try to draft him every year now because he's an Eagle, and I want to pick at least one Eagle on my team because that's just how I am. But he has some awesome plays that I'll never forget. Roll the clip.
Fired, caught, Ertz.
Except that guy.
Yeah, he's used to that.
Here comes Poole, picked up by Lane Johnson to the end zone. It's Ertz. Touchdown! 11-yard strike. Pointing out his protections, he was talking about Jamal Adams going deep. Oh, nice catch by Ertz. He was defended by the linebacker, Neville Hewitt. On 3rd and 5, it's a gain of 21.
Rookie from Penn State is in the lineup for the first time on 4th down and 2. Wentz. The pass is caught to his favorite receiver, Zach Ertz. The tight end was open. 3rd down and 1. And Wentz. And wide open for the first down is Zach Ertz. And Zach Ertz breaks a tackle. 12 from the 25. Wentz with play action, drills it, and it's caught by...
Coming in at number 3, we have Super Bowl MVP, number 9, Nick Foles. And there is so many great things about this guy. He has so many nicknames, BDN, Super Bowl MVP, like there's even a song about him, a rap song. But also, one great thing about him is his book, Believe It. And it's just a great book. It talks about his journey through the NFL and how he became a Super Bowl MVP. You know, my journey of success, failure, and overcome the odds. Great read. I really suggest you read it if you're a Nick Foles fan and if you're an Eagles fan in general. So a great book. And also a great player. That's why he's number 3 on my list.
Foles flushed out, keeps his eyes downfield, and completes it to Alshon Jeffrey. First year with the Eagles, came over from the Bears, and Philadelphia with the game's first down. Foles deep in the pocket, fires downfield, and that is hauled in at the 38-yard line by Torrey Smith.
Like he's going to get beat on this stunt, but he recovers just in time to allow Foles to make the turn and pick up that first down.
In the backfield from the 38-yard line. Again, the RPO, and the pass is caught by Ertz, the tight end. He was their leading receiver during the regular season, caught 74 and had 8 touchdowns. In his second year as the Eagles coach, and he calls the play, sends him in.
Now, coming in at number 2 on my list, and this one is going to surprise you probably a lot. But number 2 on my list is former Eagles long snapper, number 46, John Doerr. That's right, you heard me correctly. John Doerr. And I like this guy because of his story. His story is incredible. And he also has a book out called Life is Magic right up there on the screen. And I'm not going to tell you everything about him. Let's just roll the clip about his story.
I was the everyday average, free-spirited 12-year-old kid that not a worry in the world, man. You know, I lived in a beautiful neighborhood. I had great friends, and it was the middle-class family that didn't have a problem or a worry in the world.
What was your mom like?
Oh, my mom was awesome. She had a laughter that I'll never forget. All she wanted to do was help, and she loved my sister and my brother and I, and we were her world.
So in the midst of this idyllic picket fence world, who was your father?
He was there for us, you know, and he was the president of the Little League. He was hands-on. It was kind of the guy's guy relationship where I think he was just trying to teach me how to be a man.
Then August 2nd, 1992, everything changes irrevocably. What do you remember about the day?
I was across the street with the Witzels, and we were playing football in the backyard. And we had a bell on our porch, and when the bell rang, it was time for me to go home. I heard the bell ring, and I said, all right, guys, I got to bounce. And I kind of looked around. I remember looking around, and hey, where's Mom? And my dad said that she'd gone for a walk with her friends. I said, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So my dad and I, we played chess, we played rummy, and I went to bed. Woke up the next morning about 6 a.m. to go to a baseball camp. You know, got my bag ready, and I looked at him and said, hey, where's Mom? And he said that she had gone swimming at the club with her friends. I said, oh, okay, cool. Didn't think anything of it. And he ended up turning himself in, and he snapped. Whatever they argued about, I don't think we're ever gonna know. And he put my mom in the trunk of his car.
How did you learn what actually happened?
So we sat through the trial. My brother, my sister, and I, my whole family. And I remember my dad sitting on the stand, and they were questioning him. And he used a bench grinder, and I didn't know what that was. And when he picked it up, I just remember thinking, wow, like that's what you used to hit my mom.
How did a 12-year-old kid tough out a trial?
I cried every day, man. I cried every day for 2-3 years. So when I was a kid going through therapy, one of the things we had to do is we had to write in these journals. Today I saw my dad in Walla Walla State Penitentiary. I cussed, I yelled, I cried, and I didn't smile once. It was easier than I thought it would be expressing my feelings because I picture him as a man that killed my mom.
Eventually, John joined his mother's sister's family. Playing football helped, but more than that, it was the craft of illusion that helped him to cope with the crushing reality.
See, to me, magic was just cool, and it was something that got me out of a really, really dark place. And it's something that, little did I know, that when I was a kid shuffling cards, it was the only time that I was just a kid. It was the only time that I didn't think about anything else except how cool this moment was. And as I've gotten older, and I remember going back to the dark places that I was at as a kid, and I remember what magic did for me. And I've never forgot that. Magic was my ladder getting out of hell.
And ladies and gentlemen, may this world be magic. I love you. This has been one of the greatest opportunities of my life. I am John Doerr. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking back as your 30-something self, can you forgive him?
I forgave him a long time ago. And I remember I was in my 20s. I said, if I want to really be somebody in this world, and if I want to really do things, I got to get rid of this. And I had to forgive my dad to move on with that, but what I had to learn how to do is to forgive myself. Because I had this guilt that if I forgave my dad, my mom would hate me for life. And so I kind of came to this realization that in order for me to have this peace in this world, I needed to come to terms with, hey, Mom, I got to do this for me. And sure enough, from that day forward, there was this cloud that was just lifted off my shoulders, and it enabled me to get through life.
At 36, in his 14th NFL season, he has his long-established rituals whenever the team plane lands in Seattle.
Every time I come back here, I just have this feeling of appreciation for life, because this is where so much life was taken from me. I've never felt that my mom left me, so, you know, I mean, it might sound crazy, but I'm excited to go back to the cemetery and say hi. When I come back, I think about all that was taken, and I'm thankful for all that's been given. Yeah, first time I came here, we put her in the ground. Yeah. I just remember everybody left, and I just held my hand on the casket.
Eagle and fan favorite John Doerr posted a picture of himself after he underwent open heart surgery a month ago. Now, in the emotional post, he thanks his girlfriend and staff at the UPenn Cardiac Care Center. Doerr traded from the Eagles to the Saints, and during a physical, an aortic aneurysm was discovered. So it's just so great to hear that he's doing so well in his recovery.
Coming in at number 1, the greatest Philadelphia Eagles safety of all time, number 20, Brian Dawkins. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. He went to Clemson. He was drafted by the Eagles. He's impacted the Eagles in his career. And when he got traded to the Denver Broncos, he was like, oh my God, I've impacted Philly so much. This is what I'm going to remember for playing for the Eagles. And, you know, he went to Denver and he showed up. His whole career, he was the GOAT of the Eagles. So, in my opinion, he's one of the greatest Philadelphia Eagles of all time and my personal favorite.
Because I'm a doer. So let's go. Ball up.
Hebert has thrown one touchdown. Goes deep across the middle. There's another interception. This one to Brian Dawkins, number 20.
Ray Rhodes really likes this Brian Dawkins.
Second and 11. Look out. Aikman gets sacked. And it's Brett Hall who picks up the ball after Brian Dawkins creates the play. And the Eagles get right back in the game.
Kelly, good protection. Two receivers. Same spot, Brian Dawkins. That is the third interception of the year for the rookie.
Everybody up. Quick catch. Intercepted by Brian Dawkins.
All right, guys. Well, other than that, thank you for hearing my top 10 favorite Philadelphia Eagles players of all time. My time. Make sure you guys stay tuned because we are going to have a Phillies, Sixers, and Flyers edition of this series. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. give this video a big thumbs up and turn on all post notifications so you never miss a new video. Other than that, I'm the Philly Sports Fan. Peace out.